Have you ever opened your notebook, looked at pages full of English words, and still felt like you can't speak? You remember meanings. You understand sentences. But when it's time to talk, nothing comes out. Your mind goes silent. If that sounds like you, then listen carefully, because what I'm about to say might completely change the way you see English forever. Let me tell you about someone. His name was Ali. Ali was a hardworking student. Every day he sat with his books, memorizing long lists of vocabulary. Important. Improve, develop. Situation. He knew hundreds of words, maybe even thousands. He studied grammar too. Tenses, rules, structures. On paper, Ali was excellent. But one day something happened. A tourist came up to him and asked, "Hey, can you tell me how to get to the bus station?" Ali understood every word, every single word. But when he tried to answer, his heart started beating fast. His mind began searching. Okay, bus station. Go straight. What's the grammar? Present tense? Past tense? He tried to build a perfect sentence in his head. But the more he thought, the more confused he became. Seconds passed. The tourist was waiting. And finally, Ali just said, "Sorry, I don't know English." That moment stayed with him, because deep inside he knew that wasn't true. He did know English. He just couldn't use it. And that's exactly where most people are stuck. Not because they are weak, but because they were trained in the wrong way. You see, Ali learned English like a subject, like math, like history. He memorized information, but English is not information. English is a skill, and a skill is something you do, not something you store in your memory. Think about this. When you were a child, did you memorize your first language? Did someone give you a list of words and say, "Memorize this before you speak"? Of course not. You listened. You copied. You repeated. You made mistakes. And slowly, naturally, you started speaking. No pressure, no overthinking. Just use. But when it comes to English, you do the opposite. You memorize first and wait to speak later. And that later never comes. Because speaking doesn't come from memorizing. It comes from practicing. Let me show you something simple. Maybe you learned this word, exhausted. You know it means very tired. That's great. But tell me honestly, when someone asks you, "How are you?" do you say, "I am exhausted"? No. You probably say, "I'm fine." Why? Because you practiced that sentence, not the word. The sentence. That's the difference. Words live in your memory. Sentences live in your mouth. And fluency comes from your mouth, not your memory. Ali didn't understand this at first. But after that embarrassing moment, he decided to try something different. He stopped memorizing long word lists. Instead, he started collecting simple sentences. Not difficult ones. Just real daily life sentences. "I'm feeling tired today. I need some help. I don't understand this. Can you repeat that?" At first it felt strange. Too simple. Too basic. His brain said, "This is not enough. You need more vocabulary." But he ignored that voice. And every day he did something small. He picked 5 sentences. He said them out loud. Again and again, sometimes quietly, sometimes confidently, sometimes with mistakes. But he kept going. And something interesting started to happen. The next time someone asked, "How are you?" he didn't think, He didn't translate. He just said, "I'm a bit tired today." Naturally, without fear. That was the first moment. A small moment, but a powerful one. Because for the first time, he didn't remember English. He used English. That's when everything began to change. He started talking to himself. Yes, himself. While walking, he would say, "I'm going to the market. It's really hot today. I need to buy some food." Simple things, but real things. He wasn't trying to sound perfect. He was trying to sound natural. And slowly, day by day, his confidence grew, not because he learned more words, but because he used what he already knew. One day, the same situation happened again. Another stranger approached him and asked for directions. But this time, Ali didn't panic. He didn't search for grammar rules. He didn't try to build a perfect sentence. He simply said, "Go straight, then turn left. You'll see it. Clear. Natural. Done. No fear." And in that moment, he realized something important. Fluency is not about knowing everything. It's about using something consistently. Now think about your own journey. How many words have you memorized? How many grammar rules do you know? And how often do you actually speak? That gap, that difference, that's the real problem. But the good news is, it's easy to fix, not by studying more, but by changing how you learn. Start small. Take one simple sentence. Say it out loud. Repeat it. Use it in your day. Then another. Then another. Don't rush. Don't try to be perfect. Just be consistent. Because fluency is not a big moment. It's a collection of small moments where you choose to speak instead of staying silent. Right now, I want you to try something. Say this. "I'm learning English to change my life." Say it again. A little faster. Now again. Like you mean it. That's how it starts. Not with memorizing, but with using. So from today, stop filling your notebook with words you'll never use. Start filling your day with sentences you actually speak. And slowly, you'll notice something beautiful. You won't need to translate anymore. You won't panic anymore. You won't freeze anymore. Because English will no longer feel like a subject. It will feel like a part of you. And when that happens, that's fluency. Not perfect grammar. Not big vocabulary. Just simple, confident expression. If you're ready to change your English journey, then don't just watch this. Use it. Start today, even if it's just one sentence. And if you truly want to improve, stay connected with this channel. Because here, we don't just learn English, we build it, step by step, together. Now tell me in the comments, what's one sentence you will start using today?